most of questions, simple ones. Inshallah, it will start soon. Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Now, we have been studying selected verses from the Quran as a continuation of our Ramadan program. So I had prepared many verses, and I unfortunately we couldn't finish them, just only partially. Maybe I don't have to shout. Good idea. Okay. Let me see. This one. Maybe on my book, when I leave you stand up, I forgot. So we are studying now Fatir, Surah Fatir, as you see on the screen, and for the listeners, maybe later on from recordings, I'm just saying Fatir, verse number 5. And Fatir, section number is 35. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Wow, we didn't pray. I don't like starting the class without prayer. So inshallah, let's say, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli waj'al li wazira min ahli Haruna akhi ushdud bihi azri wa yashrik fi amri كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم اللهم أنت ربي خلقتني وعلى عهدك ووعدك ما اعتطيت وأنا عبدك وعلى عهدك ووعدك ما استطعت وأعوذ بك من شر ما صنعت وأبوء لك بذنبي فاغفر لي إنه لا يغفر الذنوب إلا أنت آمين يا رب العالمين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الناس إن وعد الله حق فلا تغرنكم الحياة الدنيا ولا يغرنكم بالله الغرور. Translation is, O humanity, God's promise is true. So don't let the present earthly life deceive you. Don't let the deceiver, the Quran introduced deceiver, Satan, deceive you, or human Satan, or jinn Satan. Both deceive you about God. The verse says about God. About God. But most of the scholars, because of the content of the verse, they say God's mercy. Who is deceiving us about God? But in the context, because the worldly life, and also how are we going to contrast worldly life with what? Worldly concerns against God's mercy. So worldly concerns, and how about our recognition of God and our relationship with Him? They say God is merciful. That is why the scholars almost unanimously, there is a consensus about it. It means about God's mercy. Now, let's start point by point. Question one. But these questions are, as always, have to repeat this, rhetorical questions, not really I'm asking you and you are being tested here. No, but starting the point together and going through, walking through together. But what I mean by the listing all these questions, it means this verse needs to be understood only after asking these questions. And then you can understand it. Otherwise, without asking these questions, well, I thought I was covering it, but it doesn't cover them. It covers to me only. That is how selfish I am. So without asking these questions, when you read it, humanity, God's promise is true. Don't let the present earthly life deceive you. Don't let the deceiver Satan deceive you about God's mercy. Yeah, I understood the sentences in English. I know English. I understood it. Is there any problem here? No. But look at the words, questions. That is the purpose of this class, to understand the message related to me in my life now, in this world. So what do we understand from God's promise? It's a very serious question. What is God's promise? How do we know?
Afterlife?
God's promise afterlife. How do you know?
Because
That's what religious sources tell us, the one thing. But our principle, before going into religious sources, in order to confirm the news of the religious sources, we have to have a base here in this world. I call it, how about my real life here? Making me conclude that these religious sources are saying is correct or not. Do you understand? It means confirmation of belief, not information of belief. You know, you are aware of the difference. Information about belief, confirmation of belief subjects. For example, everybody knows that in Christianity, I'm giving another example so that we will wake up. In Christianity, they believe Jesus will save whoever believes in him. And Jesus is a kind of representation of God's on earth, a kind of. There are many interpretations, but it's not our subject. So that is information. Did you notice that they attach real importance to Jesus? Information. Do you believe in it? Why not? Not the explanation I'm expecting. It is not our subject. What does it mean? Information does not necessitate that you are confirming it. Denial of this information, and I learned that Christians do that, and I don't accept it, is not also a reason to confirm. Why not? What is your replacement? You know, this Quran is very logical, really. But logical conclusions satisfy spirit. That is why, if we look at from the result perspective, it is spiritual. If we look at from the reason perspective, it is logical. That is why logical conclusions satisfy spiritual conclusions. This is the secret of the Quran. So the people, historically also scholars, argued about it a lot. And they said, you know, logic is, the aim of the Quran is logical or spiritual. Or it means mental or sensual, you know, logical, spiritual. And Nursi, rahimahullah, an amazing man, says from mental to spiritual. It means from brain to heart, representation. So Quran works in this way, from brain to heart. No, in the universe also we say the same circle, from the universe to its creator. The same thing. The same method. So we read the Quran's text from the textual meaning to its spiritual meaning we get it. This kind of connections in the world, reality, existential side of everything brings us a very good news that we have to be fully satisfied from heart, again, equally, fully satisfied from our spirit. That is possible through universe, through myself, through Qur'an, etc. So, what is God's promise? You said rightly. So attracted my. I don't want to. After the class, after the discussion, remind me. I'll tell you something about the book, an additional book, not replacement, an additional book. Since you are very eager on studying it, studying the Quran, I'll tell you something, but I don't want to announce it here on the recording as if I'm an agent of the author of another person. No. This is personal. Just we see that you are serious about it. So I appreciate it. So when I saw your book, I remember that. Okay. God's promise. Yeah. No.
I was going to say God's promise.
Reminding me.
I was going to offer another response to the question, what is God's promise?
Of course. That's why I'm asking. Go ahead.
That we're not here by accident, but that we're here intentionally.
Who?
That's the reason. Us as human beings. That we're not here by accident, but we're here intentionally and we have purpose.
We are here on purpose.
Yes.
Okay. How do you know? Counter questioning is not rejecting at all. Go to the deeper and get the heart of it. So how do we know?
Because I'm not satisfied without a purpose.
Yeah.
And that's part of my basic needs is to know I'm here
Mhm.
for a reason.
Good, excellent.
Okay.
So we understand I am purposefully made. Through my purposeful existence, I understand that God has promising me, my creator. I made a mistake by saying God. So my creator is promising me something that I created you purposefully, and you must understand it. How? If you created me purposefully as a conscious human beings, I question. Now, look, we are going logical sequence now. I question. I must be able to understand what in my existence purpose is. In my existence, it was through your existence. Do you see that? Maybe I will remember now the contradiction in our existence. Transient, but expecting permanent satisfaction. Wow. What does it mean? There is a purpose in this contradiction. It means you are created, the following question will be about it. You are created on a transitory base, but you want permanent. This is purposeful arrangement. Through this contradiction, we will find out that, I have a purpose which is beyond my worldly life. That is why the second question follows. Does the present earthly life deceive us? Yeah, if you don't use it as a jumping board, it is very deceiving. Because as I want to satisfy myself, rightfully so, because I am created with this need, I attempt to satisfy myself, it disappears. Now, your packet finished. Yours is going to finish. Continue. Please feel free. Come on. You finished. Please feel free. Come on. There's nothing official here. Formal. No. Yeah. But example is, it is going to finish. That's it. You are eating it in order to get satisfaction. Yeah, your cup is it big enough? So it's a big one. So you want full satisfaction.
Yeah.
But you drink it tomorrow,
I'd be thirsty.
God, you need another one.
Mhm.
You need another one. At the end, come to my age. Imagine. Ready to say, permanently out of this earthly life. So does the present earthly life deceive us? If we don't see this through this contradictory existence, transient, but pointing to permanent source. This is what God's promises in creation. That's what you pointed out. The transient nature, permanent indication. Right? So if you are taking notes, I respect that. That is the most precious. So, of course, as an extension to understand this subject, I added another one on the second question. Is our life on earth evil?
Depends.
As long as you are asleep, if you're not awake, then it can be. But
No.
inherently, it's not evil.
No. Say it again. Is creation inherently evil?
No.
Is my creation, transient creation, is evil? So what is it then? Opposite of evil is good. Now, what is good in transience?
The ability to know our creator through
Through
remembering our eternal existence.
through realizing my material bodily existence is transient. But existence continues. It means my transience points to its permanent source. That is very important. You know, this beauty we get from the Qur'an. Qur'an describes God in contradiction. Fundamental message of God is based on contradictions. Transient creation, transient human life. Yeah. And also in transience, we cannot find source of existence. Right? So, but existence is there. But source of existence is the one who keeps changing it and drawing my attention, saying that, look, it is not the thing satisfies you. This is transient. It cannot stay its own existence. It cannot keep its own existence either. How can it help you? It disappears itself. If it had any power to help you, it will help itself first. Matter is transient, continues the subject to change. So through this, we see this goodness in existence. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yeah.
I think also in recognizing his name, Al-Hayy.
So recognizing
his name, Allah's name,
qualities.
his quality.
Name with Khalid, but quality is a precise man, deep thinking man. For example,
His
yeah,
quality of Al-Hayy.
Yeah.
The living, right?
Hayy.
Al-Hayy.
Yeah, but it means source of life.
Yes.
So, for example, my body cannot be the source of my life because it is unconscious. Life comes with consciousness. So my body itself cannot be the source of life, but it is given life. So it says, my body says, your creator must be the source of life, which is called God. God's quality is the life giver, right? So in my transient bodily existence, I realize that the source of my existence is life giver. No, this kind of transient earth life should not deceive me. On the contrary, it must be turned into a source of recognizing the absolute creator who created me. So it is the best thing that we can ever have, because he lets us know, this creation, the earth life, is a means to bring us news about eternal life, absolute being, absolute creator. Everything is like this. We have to try to get be accustomed with seeing the transient existence of the things, anything, human-made things, the trees, the birds and clouds, air, and anything. They are all the, if you like, basis for giving us news about their source of the maker. For example, this computer is the board where all the qualities of its engineer is written there. He's giving news to me about his engineer, in fact.
I was going to say the transience also gives us urgency to look for the purpose.
It's an impulse. It is something urging. Yeah, it is motivation.
Yes,
motivational. So we have to say, how can I make meaningful of my life? How can I make meaningful? How can I make meaningful? How can I make my life meaningful? Come on. So you don't help me. You should help me. So now we have to look, because we know even death is far. Seems to be, years later, let's see, we don't know. Although accidentally may happen, but sometimes not accidentally. As a result of accidents, we may die, but we call it accident. It is purposeful, it's interesting. But anyway, it is not our topic now, so we may die. But let's say I am, I don't know, how old are you, 16? Okay, hopefully. So let's say 20. I am 20, but still I know the time will come and I will go away. It is with me. It means by my moment of death, it remains with me constantly. All right, let me see this one here. All right, go there. Okay. Question 3. It has 3 subtitles. So, is Qur'an's God not merciful? Because we are now moving to وَلَا يَغُرَّنَّكُمْ بِاللَّهِ الْغَرُورِ. So, don't let the deceiver, whoever he is, deceive you about God's mercy. So the question is, why not? Isn't God's mercy real? So is Qur'an's God not merciful? Or some people say Qur'an's God is angry God or whatever. It always threatens you. So we say, oh, we are proud of saying that. Look, every section of the Quran starts with God, in the name of God, the most merciful. No, our God is merciful. When you read it, it says, go and fight. What happened? What's happening here? When you said, I prepared hell for deniers. Which kind of merciful God are talking about? You are this one. So we have to understand really. So we have to understand, although it has many verses talking about hell, talking about God's anger, God's even wrath. So upon whom? Disbelievers. But who are they? Let me explain. Let's understand this case. Let's say I will play two roles at the same time to make it clear. I am a disbeliever. I am a disbeliever. I don't believe in God. All right. Somebody may leap here and say, look, this man said, I don't believe in God, and speaking in the mosque. So they can do that. Everything is possible nowadays. So I don't believe in God. I am here. All right. And Quran says, I'm going to take you to hell. All right. That's one panorama, if you like. And another panorama, I say, I really strongly believe in God and I devote my life to him. What changed in me? Then God says, oh, welcome, Ali. I prepared paradise for you. What are you doing? I am the same man. What changed it in me? That is very important to understand the Quran. Very simple level, but very important. Yeah.
The veil on your heart is lifted?
No, I am declaring it. I am lifting my veil on my heart. No, I think you need to train how to read the Quran. Yeah, that is why the Quran is not the source of imitation. Quran is to be used for the confirmation. So we need to do that. But in these discussions, I'm not blaming you because no one taught you. Yeah, in this discussion, my purpose is this: how should I read the Quran so that I will confirm it? If it is confirmable, if it is not, throw it. But if it is confirmable, yes. This is what Quran says, I'm going to fill the hell with unbelievers. The Quran is angry with unbelievers. I will say no. But the Quran says kafirun. Kafirun means literally unbelievers. Now, why I gave this demonstration on me? I am the same person. When I say I believe, I go to paradise. When I say I don't believe, I go to hell, according to the very basic teaching of the Quran. I am the same person. So Quran speaks to me, the first me. You are a candidate for hell. What was the point? That's why, not me. Something was attacked, or the Quran was attacking something, not me personally.
It's the difference is up here, whether you have
Idea.
meaning or no meaning.
Yeah. So what, for example, you are the same person, go and disappear for 4 years, get a very serious engineering education, you come back as an engineer Khalid. But you are the same Khalid. Now, what you changed? You changed your profession. Welcome, Tara. So you changed your profession. And when I say I love Khalid or engineer Khalid, it means not your body, your engineering quality. So when the Quran says, I will fill unbelievers in hell, not the people, but what makes a person as an unbeliever is unbelief. Whoever takes this idea is the object of the Quran speaking to. So not the person, it means the idea of kufr, or idea of denial, or idea or attitude of hypocrisy, play in between. So this, when we say Ya ayyuhal kafirun, the language of the Quran, there are verses like this. You all know that. All disbelieving people. And God is very angry. God is not angry with the people. God is angry with what they have, what they have chosen. So we have to read it. Your book will say, oh, disbelievers. You have to say, because of their quality of disbelieving. Welcome, by the way. So I'm very happy to see you again. So disbelieving side is, but same person, for example, the typical historical example, everybody gives this example about what? Companions were very hard enemy of Muhammad, alayhi salatu wasalam. It means they call it a pagan. They call it mushrikun, I call it pagan. So they were pagans. Alaykum salam wa rahmatullah. What's going on? Today's prisons, mashallah. So pagans. But same person assumed and confirmed belief became the best man. Wow. The same person. It means Quran speaks to qualities. But symbolic teaching of the Quran makes it possible for human imagination to symbolize it in the form of a person. But the same person may become a believer, but the same person goes to paradise now because of his belief. So we have to understand this. Can we not rely on God's mercy? Yes. Or I would say yes, because my creator must be a merciful one. Otherwise, why he would create me? Yeah? I didn't ask him. I didn't make any bargaining with him. You will create me and I will obey you. No. There's no such thing. Even I didn't know I needed to exist, or I didn't exist. But he gave me freely. Now, why should he really treat me badly? So, since you created me, since he invited me, if you like, to his home, the universe is as a guest house for us in this guest house, and we are here being conscious of what is going on in this world. So I am being well treated. Everything is for me. The people of Manhattan, New York, they think that the Washington Park is theirs. No, it is mine. And also, you can say, Shadam Ali, it is mine. I am using it. And I am using it. Another person is using it. Everybody can say, this is my home. This is my guest house. But who is the host? The one who put me here, brought me here. So this relationship, we will say, this host must be a merciful one. But we discussed before, this merciful one has given us a transient life. Why? Although he has given me the senses which requires permanent, but not only permanent life, satisfactory life. Permanent life in industrial society, horrible, everybody is enslaved, working hard, they have to. So it is permanent, but really worldly side is very horrible. Existential side is the way the Creator is treating us is perfect, but in order to have a shelter here, you have to pay, I think in Manhattan, at least 4,000 rent a month. So why? But to eat, to breathe air is free, water is free, but they charge for it a little bit. So for distribution, they are not the creator of water. They are distributing it, electricity, distributing it. They charge for distribution. But the real existence, they are using it, already exists. So we use the land here, they charge tax on it. Did they create the earth? Do they own it? Do they own it? No, why do they charge us the tax? No, but I'm giving you service. This is not the place to discuss whether the taxation is justifiable or not. But for the service, they say we are doing it. But real existence, even the farmers are not really charging money because they created. No, they served. What did they do? They prepared the land. I mean, they did the farming, taking care of the land. But when it comes to creation, we do nothing. They do nothing. So Creator doesn't charge anything, but the people who serve charge money. Creator, what do they charge? What does he charge, the Creator? Nothing. Just expect to be respectful. Don't deny. If you deny, you will deprive yourself from my presentation of this beautiful banquet. So if we are really careful, we can say, Washington Park is mine. Not ours, not mine. We have to understand mine. So the sun is ours or yours? The sun, as far as you are concerned. Yeah. Sun is your sun. Moon is yours. It's your moon. Eh? You are benefiting from it. At the same time, I am benefiting. Are you losing anything because I benefited from the? That is the magical appearance or demonstration of God's creation. Everybody can benefit from it. No one can prevent from its benefit. And God says, you are that's why every individual being, as the Quran describes it beautifully, is my special audience, guest. You are who you are. When you say, I am, shall I mention your name? No. Go ahead. Okay, I am. So I am. No, you are the guest of the Creator of this whole universe. Don't sell out yourself cheaply. You are so precious, so precious. But only appreciate your value, your preciousness. It's a new word in English. So your being precious, appreciated by your Creator. People see that you are a means of making money. So they employ you, they work, they make you work, they get your labor and pay a little bit so that you can survive. I like this man from this perspective. Marx says, because you have to live tomorrow. Otherwise, they wouldn't give you that one as well. So you have to live until tomorrow so that they will work again. That's why they pay you. So but God says nothing. He says, don't be ungrateful, which is munkar. Munkar means ungrateful. You know that. So don't be ungrateful, be thankful. That's it. Be thankful. For example, when you are benefiting from his banquet, say, thank you, I am very happy with you. Yeah? And he says, look, I gave you some, you feel that you shouldn't steal, you shouldn't harm, you shouldn't kill, yeah, you shouldn't tell a lie. We know that from inside, ingrained inside, and also the Quran says do this, and also thank back. Be thankful. Come on, is it very heavy time? Being thankful. That's it, no more. So what are you going to do to pay or to entertain God or what? The people use this word to please God. We misunderstand, although it is a right word. As part of the Quran, radiallahu anhum wa radu an. So it is the right word, but we misunderstand it as if we are going to entertain God. No, no, no. No, we are just acting according to what we have been created for. So simple. I am created to be thankful for the grace I receive. All the beautiful things that I am given is just to be thankful. That's my feeling. So even, I'm an old man, so the subway, still humanity is alive. I am pleased. Some people offer me a place. So to sit. Come and sit. Just, instead of sitting like this, it is better maybe for my exercises of legs. So I keep sitting at home. So once a week I go out of the house mostly. So it is a good thing, but of course they don't know. As a result of respect, they offer me this, and I may not. It won't be a big loss really if I stand up. Maybe my gain. I need to thank. Without saying thank you, I don't feel comfortable at all. I mean, to ask yourself, would you be comfortable? Would you be comfortable? No. We have to be thankful. And God says, use this sense for the guest house I prepared for you, not a sting, man, not a sting. Created you, gave you life, gave you consciousness, and whole universe is yours. Use it. Go out at night. And in Manhattan, it is impossible, but go out of the city and see the sky decorated for you, individually for you. Yeah. That is very, very interesting. So, can we not rely on God's mercy? Yes, if only I acknowledge that the creation itself, the mercy, itself mercy. My existence itself mercy. So, in what sense we should not be deceived about God's mercy? 3C. In what sense we should not be deceived about God's mercy? Because so far the Quran said, don't anyone else deceive you about God's mercy. In what sense then? God's mercy is beautiful, so why does he remind me especially that you shouldn't be deceived about God's mercy? The answer is obvious. Come on, anyone? In what sense we should not be deceived about God's mercy? Anything?
That our existence is independent of him.
Yes, somebody suggests that. Yeah. Some people suggest that you are here to entertain your life until you die. Take the opportunity and make your transient life happy, entertain yourself, and also forget thinking about future. Why? You know that I'm going to die. What's the point? What is the point? It's inevitable, isn't it? What is the point? So they are deceiving. But how about related to God's mercy?
I think we should be realistic that there are some things that are unacceptable to the Creator as well. And that is, if you deny your purpose, you're taking out of the mercy here, and of course, what follows next is a reflection here. So I guess I'm saying don't take it for granted that there is this mercy, because like you said, gratitude is the ticket you pay for that mercy.
For example, I will give you an example. Allah is a very merciful friend of mine. So, very merciful. So, I'm going to hit him, and he's merciful. He forgives me. Is it right? He's merciful, isn't he? And I am going to steal his property. He's merciful. He doesn't complain. That is what we do. God is merciful. God forgives me. So leave it. Don't be thankful. There is no need. But your purpose of existence is to be thankful, to appreciate. Yeah.
It's also like having the correct adab with Allah.
Correct?
Adab?
Yeah, well, in English, behavior. Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Manners.
Yeah, mannerism. The perfect mannerism. About, what did you say? About
With Allah.
with Allah. Okay. How are we going to have a mannerism or a really appreciated manner to Allah, with Allah? Right. How are we going to do that? Because Allah, I'm very shy. No, it doesn't work. So, Creator is absolute being. How can you, for example, who is living in a rented house or apartment? You. We didn't hear your voice. You too. Oh, you. Okay. We didn't hear anything from you. So, look. How can you be respectful to the landlord?
Is the landlord Allah here, or is the landlord my landlord?
No, you're landlord. We are speaking in landlord of the universe. So this is a beautiful translation, you know. Look, and it's not wrong. It's not wrong. Look, Rabbul Alameen means the one who takes care of the alam. Yeah. So in Arabic, you know this, Rabbatul Bayt or Rabbul Bayt is the one, you know, so he is the one who takes care of the house business. For the man, Rabbul Bayt, for the women, for the lady, Rabbatul Bayt. Now, it means the landlord. How about Rabbul Alameen? Landlord of the universe. That is what this Rabbul Alameen is also translated as Sahibul Alameen. Rabbul Alameen, Sahibul Alameen.
I guess by respecting the covenant, upholding the covenant.
Yeah, we studied before. So you remember the covenant between me, my creator. So it is in me. We talked about it a lot. Good thing to remember. So how can you be respectful to your real, this life condition landlord?
So, one is paying on time.
Yes.
Two is taking care of the apartment and not destroying it.
But she is talking about the universe at the same time, just related to the universe. Paying duty, it means God doesn't expect rent.
Yes.
God expects gratefulness, thankfulness. That's the rent. But these rent, why do you think the people find this paying the rent to God just being thankful? Nothing else. You don't have to put your head on the wall and hit yourself. No, just be thankful. That's so simple. Why do you think the people find it so hard? Arrogance is in it. Arrogance, irrespectful. doesn't want to submit their existence to their creator. All of them. That's why God says, how dare you do this? What am I expecting from you? It's so simple. Why do you keep yourself away from acknowledging me? So respecting his property. Now you said being respectful to God. We can only be respectful to God by being respectful to his creatures, practically. Yeah, otherwise God says, I am respectful to you. What do you mean? When I see you, I bow my hand. He's always there. He's the creator. So no one continues to go this way. No, it's ridiculous. So we understand that we have to be really respectful to his creatures. So we have 5 minutes, but there is another very serious question is there. So we have to run now. How can I be respectful to his property? Yeah. How can I do that?
Well, it's like with the landlord example, there are rules.
Yeah.
And the rules tell you what you can and cannot do on the property. And so
Yeah.
you show respect by, if the creator is the landlord of the universe, you respect the rules.
Yeah.
The creator.
Now, let's come to our friend's good example. Be respectful and take care of the property. All right. As far as God's property is concerned, it's a very essential question, very essential. As far as God's property is concerned, what is the real respect we pay to his work, to his creation? Real respect, not only not damaging. For example, I am not harming you, all right? But I am saying you are useless.
Wouldn't it be cultivation? Like cultivating, like making things grow.
So that's correct. That's also correct during cultivations. But let's come to this example because as my friend, so I can comfortably talk about. I'm not doing anything. I'm not hitting you. I'm not really doing anything to you physically, nothing at all. But I am saying, come on, yeah, you are useless. You are nonsense. Which one is worse? Coming and hitting you or insulting you? Insulting your honor. Which one is worse? Insulting your honor. It is your bodily harm can be cured, but your heart, your feeling, your reality is insulted. You cannot forgive. You cannot forget. How can you insult a tree? How can you insult a bird? How can you insult a bird? You are an accidental being. You developed by yourself. You are a natural being. You mean nothing. You are worthless. Got it? Denial is this. When God says, I'm going to put you in hell because of this insult to his creation. That is very important. Unfortunately, we have to get into the message of the Quran and really see why Quran is speaking about hell and threatening the unbelievers and those people ungrateful. Why? They are insulting God's work. It means creatures. But we think that, for example, environmentalists, ecologists, respect the body of the tree. Quran says, yes, but it is almost nothing. You have to respect the honor of the tree. Because you cannot insult the tree saying that you are a useless being. Because when you look at its creation, it is a perfect manifestation of the Creator's qualities. For example, there is an artist. This is a very interesting subject. I don't know, the time is almost close. There's an interesting subject, point that we have to understand. Now, again, Aya, you were a bad example. Now you will be a good example. Now you are a very good, successful artist. Now you brought one of your masterpiece works and said, Ali, this is a present to you. I take your masterwork. I said, it is useless, Aya. Throw it into trash can. I didn't say anything about you. I spoke about the art. Yeah. How do you feel? Very bad. Very bad. You know, pleasing God, the meaning of pleasing God or not displeasing God lies here. Insulting his art. What is that? You. If you insult somebody's personality like this, not only his honor, but his existence, when therefore the artist of his existence is insulted. It means his creator is insulted. Do you understand? This being disgraceful, being irrespectful, yeah, and also making the creator displeased with you by insulting his creation, saying they are accidental beings, natural beings, meaningless beings, purposeless beings. It happened by itself. Yeah. Another example. I got your art and you presented to me. I got it. Oh, this art, piece of art, beautiful. I love it. You know, it developed by itself. You are the artist. What do you say? This man is crazy. This man is very ungrateful. This man, I will never give him again another piece of art. What does it mean? No paradise for you. No piece of art is going to be given to you. That is hell. Nothing you desire will be given to you. That is what the Quran calls hell. I think we were dealing with the real hard matter of this verse, going into it. That's why we study one verse a day. And somebody from Zoom connection, I don't know, I cannot really communicate with live streaming. Some people follow from live stream. I don't know what they are thinking, but very hard. I think you see on the screen. Okay, they did it together in order for the sake of recording. When something is contradictory to our expectations in our perception, we shouldn't be deceived by God's mercy because our existence is out of mercy and our Creator wants the best for us. God, I wouldn't say the owner of, for example, going back, taking this message. Thank you, by the way, Feriha. For example, taking your piece of art without appreciating anything. I said, I can throw it away because Aya is a nice friend, merciful, forgives me. Okay, you are merciful. Will you give me again another piece of art? If I threw it away? Yes or no? Recording?
No.
No. You see?
Yeah.
No. That is hell. You are merciful, but that is hell. You understand the contradiction. We have to understand Quran very carefully. although it speaks simple, but it is deep in meaning. Although time is up,
Can I ask a question?
of course,
Just to double check. So when we're talking about God's mercy here, we're not necessarily talking about, because I mean, in the practical life, a lot of people will say, well, like, miss a prayer, for example, and say, well, God's merciful. We're not talking about those sins. We're talking about the sin of rejecting God's existence or rejecting God's creation.
rejecting reality of existence.
Rejecting that.
Yeah, good. Alaikum salam. See you next week, Tuesday, 6. Inshallah. Yeah. Yes. That this kind of forgiveness is just asking for istighfar.
Mhm.
But a denier cannot ask for forgiveness, because denier doesn't acknowledge God, so that he will say, please forgive me. But these are called sins.
Mhm.
We are not talking about sins. It is subject to istighfar. It's easy. But denying is the essence of everything. Thank you for pointing out. The last question, although it needs a lot of discussion, the time is up. How about the Prophet's sword practically? A very short example so that I shouldn't really exploit your patience. Prophetic sword is nothing to do with one's belief or unbelief.
Mm.
That is what we should be very careful when some people present it, saying that the Prophet was really very severe on unbelievers. No. That is their choice. God says you are free. Yeah. Yeah. So Quran says whoever wants to deny, they can. May yasha فليؤمن ومن يشاء فليكفر. I couldn't really remember the verse to recite it perfectly, but whoever wants to believe, they are free. And also, he says, it's a very beautiful verse again, another verse. No. Allahu Akbar. It's a very beautiful verse. In section Insan, the third verse in Insan. Insan is 76, section 76, third verse. Come on, all the people.
We're coming.
Coming.
Second, in Arabic or in English?
So
The
English and Arabic. It's on English, Arabic and English.
Start with Arabic, because that came up already.
So
I
what?
mean, English, sorry. Oh, Arabic is بَلَا مَنْ أَوْفَى بِعَهْدِهِ.
No, 76.
This is the 76 section.
إن هديناه
Yeah, إنا هديناه السبيل وإما شاكرا وإما كفورا. We set them free on a sabil road, not highway, but sabil is highway is road, sabil is road. We said gave them this road so that while they are traveling, they may deny, they may confirm the truth. وهدينا السبيل إما شاكرا وإما كفورا. They may be thankful, they may be ungrateful. Yeah.
So the prophet's sword has nothing to do with someone's
Personality.
acceptance or denial of reality.
Yeah, no.
It has everything to do with this is our way of life, and we're just going to keep it. And
Yeah.
if the sword is necessary to keep
so-
it, then so be it.
I'm not interfering your actions, your belief. Don't interfere in my belief, and also let me live. But prophet's sword is only to those or for those who attack his body, not his belief. So if someone deny, prophet didn't take the sword, how can you deny my message? There's no such case. That is why while we are using the language, while the people, those public speakers or advisors or in khutbah sermons, they say, Kafirun, the Prophet was really severe about kafir. When they attack his body, it means the community's body. They want to kill the body. So they can kill the body. They can kill belief? No. So you can kill the body of the kafir. Can you really kill his belief? No. But you have to defend your body. Everybody knows that self-defense is very human right. So Prophet's sword is only for protecting securing your bodily existence. Belief matter is in your heart, in your mind, and you cannot really kill or let it alive. No, everybody must be free. That's absolute freedom. As far as what? You believe, I believe, I don't believe, you believe, that's absolute free. But if someone says, I am a believer, so Quran says, okay, if you are a believer, if you believe me, I will prescribe you the best way of life. So you obey it, you don't obey it, that's up to you. So the consequence will be in the next world, and also while you are living, you will psychologically experience it. So that is in this world and the hereafter, but in this world is a temporary experience, in the hereafter permanent. So we have to be very serious about the hereafter now. But the sword is only, for example, if someone physically attacks you, what would you do? Protect yourself. If you cannot, call police to protect you. Is it wrong to call police to protect your body against the attacker? Is it wrong to ask police to come and help me, then protect me? No, why shouldn't we? They encourage, call us to protect you. So that is very legitimate, very human. But if someone says, for example, knowing that, seeing the Quran in your hand, do you take this book seriously? Come on, will you kill him? No, you say, yes, I do. Would you like to talk about why I take it seriously? Let's talk. Yeah. Look, he insulted you. You are inviting him or her for a dinner. So rather than using the sword, so we have to be very careful. Prophetic source is only to protect body. That is why Islam allows definitely, theoretically and practically, only defense, self-defense, not offense. So offensive wars are not Islamic. So, but sultans practiced offensive wars. That is Sultan, not Islam. Although Sultan says, I am a Muslim, I am a caliph, it is lie. There's something, nothing to do with Islam. That is just power. So Islam is the truth. So Islam is not physical power. Islam's truth lies in the power in truth, not in physical bombs or, I don't know, weapons. Nowadays, people talk about or fight with each other about weapon power. But Islam has nothing to do with it. Islam has powerful belief system. If only we got it or we present it in this way. I'm sorry, it's too late. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر سورة الفاتحة.